Hi everyone, welcome to Cambridge Veritas. My name is Krish and I am your IELTS trainer. I know that a lot of you have been struggling with these types of questions, IELTS reading, true, false, not given. And part of the frustration is definitely valid because it's not about you hate this question type, but you do not know the right ways of going about it. And that's what we're going to be looking at in this lesson. In case you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe and share it with your colleagues, friends, and fam. All right, so let's get started. Here we go. In the next 10 minutes, what are we going to do? There's going to be live practice. In this live practice, I will show you a statement. I will also show you a question corresponding to that statement. If the statement answers the question, the answer is yes, true. We're also going to be talking about the reason as well why it is true. However, if it does not answer the question at all, the answer will be NG, as in not given. Yes and true are both same. There's no difference between the two. So in the next 10 minutes, there's going to be live practice. We're going to be looking at why the answers are true. What is the right strategy behind it? We're also going to be looking at why the answers are false as well. And finally, we'll look at Band 9 exam tip. If I have to answer what is it in one sentence, we're going to be looking at that one exam tip towards the end of the lesson. The entire lesson is very important. Do not skip any slide because you'll miss the important point that is mentioned on that slide. So let's get started. Here we go. So this is live practice, and this particular practice has been taken from one of the past papers. So it's very important. This is the same level of practice same level of question that will come in the real exam as well. All right, so let's get going. So I'm going to show you statement number 1 first. Let's read this statement together. The report showed changing lifestyles and new opportunities for women. There's some report, and that report is showing basically the changing lifestyle of women in terms of the new opportunities that women are getting. The question is, according to the report, are women getting chances they did not have before? I think it looks like that. It is directly answering the question, isn't it? So, are they getting chances that they were not getting before? What do you think is the answer? You can put your answer either in the comments below or you can write it somewhere on a rough sheet, whatever you prefer. What do you think? The statement says their lifestyle is changing. How? Because they're getting new opportunities. And the question is asking, are they getting chances that they did not have before? So at this point, the question is trying to check your comprehension. The question is basically trying to check, do you understand English? Are you able to relate what is being covered in the statement and the question? The question's directly checking your comprehension. Yes, the answer is yes, because the statement already mentions new opportunities. So if you also mentioned the answer as yes, congratulations, you will get 1 mark for this question. And this is a real question that had come. It was in one of the past papers. So very, very important if you answered it correctly. So the reason behind it is, have a look. The statement already mentions new opportunities for women very clearly. Both of these things are matching. Of course, it answers the questions about women getting chances they did not have before. All right. So the answer is matching. But there's something that I want to ask you. And tell me in the comments, this is a very important analytical question. Do you read the statement first? Or do you read the question first? Which one do you think is better? Reading the statement first or the question first? Tell me in the comments. I hope you did get a chance to sort of type something. You can also pause the video, pause the lesson to do so. But allow me to tell you very quickly what happens. What is the reality? For IELTS reading, just imagine that you have nothing to do with the statements. You always, always, always start with the question. Although in the slides today, the statements will come first, but automatically your attention should go to the question first. And that's what we will do in the next slide. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is the statement. We will not read the statement right now. We will first read the question. Does this mean that women often have more than one marriage? So it is talking about more than one marriage. That's what the focus of the question is. Okay, we don't know what's going to be in the passage. So let's read the passage part first now. The average age at first marriage for women is now 2 months before their 30th birthday. That means before they turn 30 years old, 2 months before, for example, my birthday is in June. So if a woman has its birthday in June, on an average, they predominantly get married in the month of April, which is 2 months before June. Okay. So the focus is on first marriage. It actually does not mention anything related to the second marriage. But I know many of you are thinking right now that this answer is yes. I know some of you are thinking like that, right? Because maybe you're thinking that if there is first marriage, then there is second marriage as well. But answer my very simple question. Anything in this statement, does it mention a word that is second marriage? Does it mention it, or are you only assuming it in your head? If it does not mention it, then you can't assume it in your head as well. The statement does not directly answer the question. That is why the answer is not given. NG. Let's read the statement, the reason, if it matches the explanation that we have had or no. The statement only gives the age at first marriage. This is what we said. The statement here is only talking about first marriage. It does not mention whether women often marry more than once. There is no direct mention in this statement if women marry more than once or not. We kind of need extra knowledge to understand that, isn't it? Isn't that true? So many people, I've seen a lot of students, I have given this question before in our weekend live classes, and a lot of students end up saying, a lot of people also find the correct answer, which is NG, but many students do end up still giving yes as an answer for this. Incorrect. Why is it incorrect? Because they think if there's first marriage, then automatically there's second marriage as well. The most important thing is, what we learn from this slide, you cannot assume. The moment you assume, you do not get a mark for it, basically. You get a 0. Remember that. All right? Excellent. Let us now move to the third one. Here we go. Here is the statement. We will not read the statement first. Let's read the question first. Here we go. Does this mean that fewer babies are being born? Fewer babies. So it basically is talking about number of babies. Okay. Number of babies. Okay. Let's move to the statement now. The proportion of babies born to those under 25 has halved since 1970. What do you think is the answer? Do you think it is yes? Do you think it is false? What could it be? I want you to take a moment, maybe pause the video and pause the lesson if you want to. Do you think the answer is yes or no? What do you think is the focus of the statement on the left hand side? The focus of the statement is the proportion of babies born to those under 25. I want to ask you right now, do you think the focus of the sentence is on babies or mothers that are under 25 years old? Hello, Bello. What do you think? Many people will assume that the focus of the sentence is proportion of babies. And that's where you will get a 0. And that's where it will prove that your comprehension of this reading text is weak. Because the focus of the sentence is not on the babies, it's on mothers. The proportion is given for mothers that are under 25 years of age. It's not on the babies. People will quickly read, skim it, and most of the candidates will think, oh yes, proportion of babies halved. Answer is yes. But let's find out the correct answer. The correct answer is not given. Why? Because age of mother and proportion change of their age is given. Total number of babies born are not given to us at all. We need extra knowledge to know more about it. Isn't that true? So once again, what is the answer? What is the reason for this question? The focus of this question is more on 25 years, mothers under 25 years of age, and their proportion of babies being born. It does not mention anywhere the total number of babies. So we can't answer this question. We need extra knowledge for this. We have to assume. So the moment you start assuming, just think that the answer is not given. That's why the answer is not given. Isn't that fun? Yeah. It's all about reading comprehension for IELTS reading. All about reading comprehension. So, and it's also about, do you understand the way in which the sentence is written and its meaning? I know it's very easy to sort of presume that the focus is on proportion of babies born, halved. Answer is yes. No. The subject of the sentence is not the proportion of babies, it is women under 25, mothers under 25 years of age. That's where the focus is. Okay? Very important. That's why we had today's lesson, because it's easy to tell what the answer is, but it's more important to understand what is the reason behind it and what we can do to comprehend it better as we sort of move along and practice more on the IELTS reading components. Yeah? Sentences and questions. Chalo. Last sentence. Here we go. Will not read the sentence, statement, read the question. Do we know if there are more women than men who continue their education after secondary school? By the way, what is the meaning of secondary school? Your middle school, basically 6th to 12th. Yeah? Or sometimes 6th to 10th as well. That's called secondary school. So do we know there are more women? It just basically wants us to check if there are more women or no. So let's read the statement. Women now outnumber. What is the meaning of outnumber? It basically means more. It is more in proportion. This looks like could be a potential answer, but let's read further. Outnumber men in further and higher education. Okay, what is the meaning of further and higher education? It means basically more than school, correct? So bachelor's, master's, PhD, research, etc., etc. So what do you think is the correct answer? If you're thinking that the answer is yes, then you are, I'm sorry, you're actually right. Sorry, I'm messing with you. The correct answer is yes, all right? So what is the reason? The answer is quite straightforward. The statement says women outnumber men in further and higher education, which is directly sort of answering the question about women continuing education after secondary school. Because, hello, secondary school comes first, then there's higher education and further education. Correct? So it directly answers the question. And that's about it. let's finally understand the exam tip. All right. So the first thing that I want you to remember is focus on what is actually said in the question, in the statement. The moment you think that you have to assume or you need extra knowledge for it, answer is not. If it is actually said in the question, like women outnumbering men, it is yes. The answer is true. The statement will be true if it clearly answers the question, it directly answers the question from the text. But it will be not given if the text mentions the topic, it's telling us what the topic is, la da la da la, but it doesn't really answer the exact question. It frustrates us. The moment it frustrates us, that means the answer is not given. Okay? So the answer would actually need, these are the two words that I've been highlighting since the beginning. You actually need extra knowledge or you need guesswork to understand it more. Okie dokie, everyone? Understand? If you've enjoyed the lesson so far and if you found the tip useful, give me a big heart on the lesson, give it a big like, and subscribe to the channel as well. Very, very important. These lessons will help you with real-time practice, and that's why we have them here. All right, just a very quick announcement. This weekend, we have a live class coming on YouTube. In this live lesson, we're going to be also having practice PDFs as well, which will be shared with us on the private group, and also live polls as well, with a lot of exercises, as a matter of fact, on the group chat that is available. So in case you're not a member yet, the link of it is in the description for your kind perusal. It's for a nominal fee that you get to join live classes every weekend, Saturday and Sunday, where we discuss everything related to IELTS, English, speaking, writing, reading, listening, etc., etc. All right. So the link is in the chat box for your kind perusal. All right. Before we end the lesson, can you quickly tell me what did you learn in this lesson? What are your takeaways? So write a simple sentence. I learned la di la di la. What was it? A simple sentence. Reflection is very important. These are not just simple videos, mere videos available on the internet. It's a proper lesson for the members of our Cambridge Veritas family and everybody else as well. Okay. So in case you're watching it and have seen the lesson, you're already a part of our family. Welcome to CV. Make sure to put the simple sentence, what did you learn today? What's your reflection? Thank you. It's very important that you understand what the tips and tricks are for the exam, but at the same time, the foundation knowledge is also equally important. So in this lesson, I've told very clearly, this is part 1 of the exam. I've told very clearly what are the components of IELTS true, false, not given, and yes, no, not given question types. What are the 7 things that you should keep in mind? So do watch this lesson. It'll help you further sort of strengthen your understanding of the components. Okay? God bless. Take care. And I will see you guys in the next lesson. Ciao, ciao.